Hello lovely people, welcome back. Today I'm going to make a very short video which has basically been inspired by an Instagram post I did a little while ago, and that was just an Instagram post that showed my three favorite houses, fragrance houses, and I decided to basically separate designer, niche and indie houses, and it's my own definition. So you can have your own definition of what those terms mean to you, but I'll just give a quick explanation of what they mean. By designer, I mean literally by a company or a house that does other things other than perfume. And that doesn't necessarily mean fashion design, clothes. It could be designers like motor vehicle designers, Bentley, Mercedes-Benz. And they're very widely distributed. You can get them at discount pharmacies, department stores, pretty much everywhere. The second category, which I term niche, is, I guess, strictly to me limited to brands that only do perfume, but they're kind of bigger. You can find them in some department stores. They might be owned by bigger company. But they stick to just making perfume. And then what I term indie are, literally one-man shows where in most cases the person who owns that business is the perfumer as well. They're doing a lot of the bottling and labeling and shipping all themselves. So to me, they're pretty distinct categories, and I've chosen my three favorites. I'll start with designers, and for me, this is generally based on the amount of bottles I have from a particular house, because I figure if I like this many bottles, I'm enjoying the house. So my choice is Dior, Christian Dior. I have Eau Sauvage Parfum, Ombre Nuit from the Privé collection. Yes, I do own Sauvage Eau de Parfum. I have the magnificent Fahrenheit and Aqua Fahrenheit. The reason I like Dior, I really like Dior. To me, I see the big designer houses. Look, and I'm going to include Guerlain in this, even though Guerlain could strictly speaking be called niche. It's just that Guerlain are pretty much as widely distributed as Christian Dior are, at least they are in Australia. And lately, Guerlain is just about drawn level with Christian Dior for me in terms of, I've recently bought a few bottles from that house, and I'm really starting to gain an appreciation for them. But for now, I still love Christian Dior mainly because of the variety of very good fragrances that they have. Now, I don't have anything against Chanel. I've got a couple of Chanel bottles, but they haven't quite captured my imagination, and it's probably because I haven't got an appreciation for that style, their style. I don't know, maybe Dior's a bit more basic, but Chanel definitely have their loyalists and their fans, as do Guerlain. But for me, Christian Dior just hits all the right marks, and there's a lot of great fragrances that are so different to each other. That's it from the designer house. Next, the bigger niche houses. I really can't go past Serge Lutens. Now, I only own bottles, fragrances from this line. I don't even know what the line is called, but they all come in these lovely simple rectangular bottles, which is one thing I actually really like about the basic design. I really like the aesthetic of these Serge Lutens bottles, and again with this house, I love that you could almost find there's almost something for everybody in this house. The only thing I haven't really seen from Serge Lutens, is the ubiquitous oud rose, rose oud combination. I believe they've only just released their first fragrance with oud in it, which is La Couche du Diable, but I could be mistaken, so please correct me if I'm wrong. But I still have a couple of others on my wish list. I kind of just wish that they were all the same packaging and price, because they do have other fragrances which I really enjoy as well. I've sampled some that are only available in bell jars, and there's different lines where the price, you know, is just like goes up depending on, like it's seemingly depending on what type of flacon it's in. Finally, my very favorite indie house is Francesca Bianchi. Now, unlike Serge, I think this house definitely has a DNA, Francesca Bianchi DNA, although it's not apparent in every single one. But I love that they're so identifiable, and I don't like every fragrance that exists in the house. I have my favorites here in my hand. So again, the fragrances from Francesca Bianchi will not be for everybody, but the thing about them is that there's two here that are in my top 10 current fragrances, and one of them is my current #1 fragrance, which is Under My Skin. They just, if you connect with them, they're just really beautiful fragrances. I love that they're all uniform bottles. They're all just 30 ml, all extract de parfum. I just like what she's got going on with her product. So for the moment, those three houses are my favorite houses in those particular categories. So what I want you to do is, in the comments, define your three favorite houses in niche, indie, designer, and I'm really keen to know what you guys like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.